Well, after I got out of jail, after I was beaten, I quit drinking. One of the many times I've tried. And I received a phone call from Maria finally. I believe it was in November of '94. Maybe a little earlier, I don't remember. No, actually it was. Okay, I remember. It was in September or late August. I had quit for a few weeks. And I told her that I'd quit drinking. She didn't believe me. Well, all she ever wanted me to do was to quit drinking. I told her. I said, you either stay up there in D.C. and you are no longer my wife, or you come back here to Huntsville and be my wife. It's your choice. Now at this point, I didn't care. I did not care whether she would choose one or the other. I just wanted her to make the choice. Well, she said she would come back. We set it up that I was supposed to come up there and get her again for our second anniversary in September 25th. I talked to her on the phone once a week, like usual. She was calling right on time. Then, right before the 25th, I don't remember the date, but it was about a week before, I was getting ready to go up there and get her. She called and told me she's not leaving. That her family is more important to her than me. When you make a commitment to a husband, women, you have to learn to leave your family behind. Your family is not as important as your husband at that point. You are supposed to cleave to your husband. Now, my second wife, I had the same problem with. Her dad loved to just tell her what to do, whether I was supportive of it or not. You cannot do this, ladies, and expect to keep your man. You're not going to. You have to make that choice, period, to be with him. It is a big step. And women who are raised to basically be, sorry, the word is cowardly, oftentimes just cannot make the choice. They want it both ways. You can't have it both ways, ladies. You can't. And any man that is worth your respect is not going to accept that you want it any which way from Sunday, and you want to do this, that, and the other, and still expect that man to stick around. It's just a matter of respect. And the thing is, what kind of man would a woman want to be with that they don't respect? If you don't have respect for your man, then you got nothing. You got nothing. Well, I didn't go into work that night. Lost my job. Good job. Good convenience store. Instead, I went out and got drunk. No, I should have just gone into work and said the hell with her. I should have. That's what I would have done or would do now. But I'm an adult now. I was a 24-year-old child then. 25. Anyway, I got drunk. The next morning, I withdrew what little cash I had, a few $100s, from the bank and went to D.C. Drove there straight through. 12 hours takes to get to D.C. Well, I had her address. So I found it. This is before GPS, folks. And D.C. is a very difficult city to navigate. They have all their roads built in circles. Well, I found her apartment. It's a basement apartment. Knocked on the door. It's about 10 o'clock at night. And a man answered. Her boyfriend. Now, I didn't want to accept that it was her boyfriend. I still wanted to live in a delusion that it was the wrong apartment. That she really had moved, because she had been moving here and there and everywhere for some time. He threatened to call the police. Now, I understood every single word this guy said in Spanish. He was from Honduras. I don't understand Spanish, generally, unless it's from someone from Honduras. I was there arguing with him for a while. Kept threatening to call the police. This guy is huge, huge. He's calling the police, though. I left. Next day, I went back to where I initially had found her, which was at her, or where I had left or dropped her off and gotten her, which was her aunt's apartment, and no one was there. So I left D.C. and came back to Huntsville. It took me, I don't know, 3 or 4 days to get back. And my parents were not happy to see me. I hadn't called them. I hadn't told them what was going on. Very selfish. Well, I continued to drink again, and I did receive a phone call from Maria, pretending that she didn't really live there. Well, I told her that she needs to tell me where she does live, and that was the last time I heard from her. The last time I ever talked to her. I waited and waited and waited for her to call me. It wasn't until Christmas of that year that I finally came to grips with the fact that my marriage was over. And what a way for it to end, just to peter out like that. That's what really bothered me. What really bothered me is that there wasn't a definitive boom, end. When my second marriage ended, I wasn't upset at all. I'm still not upset about it. I know I'm doing the right thing. I know I am. I mean, people out there who I talk to who can comprehend what it is that I'm doing, or at least try, who have the good grace and the decency to continue to talk to me, despite the fact that virtually everything that comes out of my mouth sounds crazy. Folks, do I seem crazy to you? I am completely lucid. I'm intelligent, and I can put things quite well so that people can understand them. I'm not crazy. I'm not. And my ex, my second wife, should know that, but she doesn't. So I don't care about her. I still love my children, of course. I don't get to see them very often. But if she can't see what's going on, I have no interest in her. And anybody else who might profess love for me, who can't see what's going on. And I'm not saying that they can't. A lot of times it takes a miracle for people to see the truth. Folks, whether I'm doing it alone or whether I'm doing it with someone else, I am doing this. I don't care if I have to spend the rest of my life completely alone. Completely alone. I am doing the right thing. I am doing the calling of the Spirit of the living God. And I have no one that I have to answer to for that. Well, I accepted that my marriage was over. 2 months later, I would find myself in jail again. This time it was for a pretty long stint. It would be the last time that I would ever be in jail again.